Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. Broadcasting live from Nipawin, Manitoba. And before we get started to play bingo, here are our rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of the session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3, the blackout and 52 numbers. Number 2, when bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Each bingo game will be closed when bingo has been declared and verified by calling the number displayed on the screen. The phone lines are open to receive calls, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive calls. At least one phone line has been available for calls for 2.5 minutes, and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 5, final win confirmation occurs when the winners submit their date stamp sheet containing the winning card to NACTV. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event's start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. If a player is unable to play the following Wednesday, they may exchange their cards at NACTV for a future game. Please check the nactv.tv website or call the office for confirmation of the games to be played. Number 7, Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8, Games 2 and 3 are played on the color cards. Tonight it's orange. Game 2, the X game, has a prize amount of $150. Game 3, which continues from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 9, if Game 3 is won with the toonie ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive the accumulated toonie pot plus the blackout or consolation prize. Number 10, jackpots for Games 1 and 3 accumulate by 50 cents per package sold. When a jackpot is won, the pot will increase from the minimum amount when accumulated sales reach that value from 0. Number 11, the toonie pot accumulates by $1 per package sold. When it is won, it starts at 0. Number 12, prizes must be claimed and cashed within 6 months from the bingo play date, and a list of the bingo numbers called can be obtained from the NACTV office. Okay, good luck to everyone tonight. And let's find out what our tuning number is. Okay, our tuning number for the night is 063. So our tuning number is 063. We don't play that number. It'll be important for Game 3, and I will throw it back into the hopper. Okay, Game 1, jackpot in 50 numbers or less, is a jackpot of $18,613. And you're playing on your gold colored cards. The first number out is under the N33. N33. Under the G51, G51. Under the G58, G58. Under the N31, N31. Under the G55, G55. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the O67, O67. Under the N38, N38. Under the B11, B11. Under the G57, G57. Under the O75, O75. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the N44, N44. Under the N35, N35. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the N40, N40. Under the G50, G50. Under the B9, B9. Under the O70, O70. Under the N37, N37. Under the O74, O74. Under the B10, B10. Under the N42, N42. Under the G59, G59. Under the G56, G56. Under the N36, N36. Under the N34, N34. Under the B4, B4. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the N41, N41. Under the O63, O63. Under the O66, O66. Under the B6, B6. Under the B8, B8. Under the B15, B15. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the O65, 065. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the 071, 071. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the B13, B13. Under the B7, B7. Under the G48, G48. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the G60, G60. Under the O69, O69. Under the B12, B12. Under the I-16, I-16. And that is your 50th number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes. And both phone lines are open to receive your calls at 204-476-2639. Remember, the ball in the hoop has not been called, so you can't actually bingo on that one. But I'm going to let you see it anyways. Get a head start if I don't hear anybody calling on the phone line and winning that jackpot of $18,613. Okay, because of our technology issues that we've been having lately, I wrote up a little something and now I'm going to read it to you. We occasionally have technology issues that do not affect all viewers. If you experience problems with the live stream on our YouTube channel or at NACTV.tv, or are a Westman viewer experiencing problems, please call and let us know. If the phone lines are busy, then we are aware of the problem as others have already called in. Please wait and see if the problem gets corrected within a time period where you could still play. If you are a Westman viewer and it's not an issue at our end, we'll give you a Westman tech support number to call. In the interest of efficiency, we will not be able to have a conversation with you as others will also be calling in to report the same issue. When we find out that not every bingo player is affected, so it's not like a storm and we no longer have any internet, We will continue the game, but give more time before the game is declared closed so that you may catch up if the problem has been corrected by then. We apologize to all our bingo players for the inconvenience that technology sometimes visits upon us. Okay, my community announcements. Some of these things have already happened. And we don't have that much time, so I guess I'll look at these next time. Okay, phone lines are open to receive your calls. For the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed and we'll move on to the consolation round for $100. Still playing on your gold colored cards. Still looking for the blackout, but the prize is now $100. And our next number out is under the G53. G53. Under the B5, B5. Under the G52, G52. Under the O72, O72. Under the N32, N32. Under the O73, O73. Under the G47, G47. Under the G46, G46. Under the B2, B2. Under the I20, I20. And we have a caller. So the ball in the hoop is not a bingo number, and we will check the card and see if there's a valid bingo.
Okay, on what number? I-20, and what is the number in the middle of your card? 3945.
Okay, we have a valid bingo on I-20, and we do have one phone line open to receive your calls. I-20, valid bingo. And we have one phone line open to receive your calls. 204-476-2639. Okay, we have just our ongoing community announcements today. So Evergreen Environmental is open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, Saturday, 8 to 3. The next time they're closed is May 20th for the May long weekend.
Okay, sounds good.
Kinsman Courts 2 needs help with the morning drink cart, assisting residents to dining room, or needs volunteers to help with these following things: the morning drink cart, assisting residents to the dining room, playing cards, reading and visiting, walking, and crafts. You can call 204-841-0330 if you're interested in that. And both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. We have both phone lines open. And I think we'll just have some silence here while we wait for the timer to count down. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the orange colored cards with our letter X game first.
Now we're doing the second one.
And our winner on the Bonanza Consolation was Jerry Bone of Neepawa, purchasing the cards from Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Jerry. Okay, letter X game is shown on the board. Looking for that letter X on your orange colored cards now. Prize is $150. And the first number out is under the B2. B2. Under the O62, O62. Under the G53, G53. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the G54, G54. Under the I-16, I-16. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the N35, N35. Under the O74, 074. Under the 071, 071. Under the G57, G57. Under the N33, N33. Under the N45, N45. Under the 069, 069. Under the 075, 075. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the 065, 065. Under the G59, G59. Under the 061, 061. Under the G50, G50. Under the G48, G48. Under the G56, G56. Under the G46, G46. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the B10, B10. Under the B4, B4. And we have a caller. So, we'll pause here.
Hi.
Both phone line or one phone line's open to receive your calls.
5886. And what number did you bingo on?
And a B4. Valid bingo on B4 for the letter X.
Okay. 5886.
Yep.
That's a bingo?
Yep.
Okay, that's bingo. So,
Okay. Our tuning number 063 has not been called.
and what is the name?
So the tuning pot,
E-E-V-I-N.
the tuning pot is worth $7,904. So we're looking for that one in game 3.
That's the way it's on.
Also in game 3, a jackpot in 52 numbers
And
is $8,870.
where?
Oh, and we sold 125 packages last week. Thank you all for buying and supporting NACTV.
Okay. And what is your phone number?
So we will be continuing on the orange colored cards to get a jackpot
204.
in 52 numbers. Looking for that first, and then if nobody gets that, we'll just move on to
How did you get your cards?
a consolation round after that. But we will be getting a blackout from somebody tonight.
Okay. Congratulations. Okay.
Okay, both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open.
He gets
And again, 063 is our tuning number. It has not been called yet. The tuning pot's $7,904.
no.
And 125 packages were sold last week.
They'll know because I'm not exactly checking what it does.
For the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to game 3. Blackout in 52 numbers, and our prize value is $8,870. And our winner on the Big X was Devin Woodward of Haywood. Purchased the cards by mail. Congratulations to Devin. Okay, continuing on, your orange colored cards. A jackpot of 52 numbers, $8,870. Next number out is under the G47. G47. Under the B8, B8. Under the N43, N43. Under the I26, I26. Under the G58, G58. Under the B6, B6. Under the B5, B5. Under the O63, O63. Under the N37, N37. Under the N40, N40. Under the N36, N36. Under the O73, O73. Under the B11, B11. Under the B14, B14. Under the B3, B3. Under the G55, G55. Under the G49, G49. Under the B13, B13. Under the N38, N38. Under the O68, O68. Under the B15, B15. Under the N, 31. N31. Under the I, 17. I-17. Under the N, 34. N34. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the I-27, I-27. And that is your 50-second number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody calls in with a bingo and can win that jackpot of $8,870. Phone lines are open to receive your calls. And I will read the two that have meals for people. Okay, so the first one is a community meal program for seniors, or I guess anybody who wants to pick it up, because they can pick it up at the Yellowhead Manor. They do deliver to the Elks Manor, Howden Place, Aspen Lee, Kinsman Courts, and Hamilton Place. It's $11, and it's available Tuesday to Friday. So it would be a warm meal that's delivered. It's a home-cooked meal plus dessert. You can call Vicky or George at 204-476-5218. And Kinsman Courts offers freezer meals. So the meals are fully cooked and they're stored frozen. All you do is heat and serve. They have 3 options, 2 of which are gluten-free. And their option 2 and 3 are gluten-free and they're $10. We've got pan-seared bone-in pork chop braised until tender with mushroom and thyme sauce, whipped potatoes and carrots, broccoli and cauliflower. The other gluten-free option is buttered chicken, which is a chicken breast in a curry tomato cream sauce, basmati rice, sautéed carrots, and green beans. Our option 1, which can be gluten-free upon request, is a roasted beef with red wine gravy and Yorkshire pudding, mashed potatoes, carrots, beets, and squash. You can call for pickup at 204-476-3161. And that's all of our announcements for tonight. And we have about 30 seconds left. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And the toonie number has been called, so there will be no toonie number to win on. So that toonie pot of $7,904 will grow along with the jackpot from the looks of it. Okay, for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, or not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed and we'll continue on to the consolation round. Still looking for a blackout on those orange colored cards. Your next number is under the G60. G60. Under the N32. N32. Under the B9. B9. And we have a caller. Wow, that was quick. Let's see if we've got a valid bingo here.
5, 3, 9. What number did you give?
What was the number? 5393.
And on B9.
And valid bingo in B9. We did have an early winner tonight. I think most of our games were early winners. Wow. Okay, so we do have a valid bingo. Close to getting that jackpot, just a few numbers away, or maybe one number away.
That was a few numbers earlier, right?
Okay, I guess I can start my timer. It happened so fast I wasn't prepared. All right.
What's your name? Catherine. J-A-C-Q. Jacqueline. Okay, what is next?
Oh. Looking for my TV listing here. Okay, some programs you might be interested in. We have Nipawin Titans Hockey, Best of 2023-24. Nipawin Garden Club, Garden Saturday. The Licensed Practical Nursing Training. We have some basketball.
0676.
Inspired Movement Spring Recital. Grassroots Racing Season 2, Episode 2. That would be tomorrow. And then we have Friday. There's also Kinsman Courts 2 Tour, which I never did watch, so now I guess I have a chance to watch that. Because I didn't go in person either, because I forgot about it. There's the War Amps Normandy 1944 Musical Tribute, Cross Canada Community News, RAM of Rosedale Council Meeting, NACTV reads the news. On the Road to Abandoned Manitoba, that's a book, so maybe it's an author that will be talking about it. I'm not too sure. Let me see how my timer's doing, because I can't see both at the same time. Okay. A little bit of time left. Both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. The Nipawin Community Expo that was on last Tuesday. There'll be highlights from that. Coffee chat with Jeff Descender, Sober Social. Okay, for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and that wraps it up for tonight. Thank you all for playing along before you disappear on me, and let's find out who won that last game. The Blackout Consolation was won by Jacqueline Rose of Nipawin, purchasing the cards at the station. Okay, recapping for tonight, our winner in the Bonanza Consolation was Jerry Bond, purchasing the cards from Harris Pharmacy. Devin Woodward won the Big X and purchased his cards through the mail. Jacqueline Rose won the Blackout Consolation and purchased the cards from the station here. And that's it for tonight. And remember, there will be no bingo packages at Rocking Animal House and Tim Tom's. We're just getting things a little bit more close together and not so much spread out. It's just easier. It's not because the businesses didn't want to carry them. So I encourage you to support them still. Okay, thank you all for playing along. Have a great evening and hope to see you next Wednesday.